And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candy Poet Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candy Poet Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Hey y'all, hey, it is Thursday night. Welcome to Candid Co-ed Conversations with just me, Pr1ma. I have my family here with me tonight. I'm so excited. First I'm gonna start out with, if you would like to call in with any questions, comments, or feedback, please call 678-661-1819. 678-661-1819. That way you can be a part of the conversation tonight. Also, if you would like to be a sponsor, give donations, be a guest on the show, call 770-322-4022. Okay? Let me see who's saying something on here. Okay, yes. Jesus loves us. Thank you. I'm going to start out with one word to describe how you feel tonight, how your week has gone thus far. Yes, I'll start there with Roscoe, who said he's not talking tonight, y'all. He's not feeling his best. So you can tell us how you feel. You ain't got to talk no more than that. But just tell everybody how bad you feel tonight.
Bad.
He doesn't feel good tonight, y'all. And how your week has gone thus far. So we'll go with Goddess Survivor. Who are you tonight? Look, we're gonna let you be who you want to be tonight.
Yeah. I'm Goddess Survivor tonight.
Okay.
I gotta be. Else I won't be surviving. My week.
I don't like this one. We can't see you good.
I'm sorry.
But go ahead.
My week was, I don't know. It was a blur. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm floating. Floating.
Is that how you feel tonight?
Mm-hmm. I'm floating. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm not feeling my best as well.
Okay.
But I'm okay. I'm good. I'm here. We're gonna play around. We're gonna play.
Okay. So floating, you're here, you're present. Okay, I'll take it. I ain't gonna push yet.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna push yet, y'all. Okay, I'm Pr1ma. Hey, Sacred and Deborah. Hey. What's good, you? Okay, so I'm present. That's my word for right now, present. My week has been let's say crossroad. I'm at some crossroads in life, so let's put it like that. But I'm present. I'm thankful and grateful. Yeah, but that's been my week, and that's how I feel right now. Okay, woo-woo. We taking it slow motion tonight.
That's nice.
Yes, slow motion. What is one thing you're most looking forward to in the next decade? Y'all can join in too. What's one thing you're looking forward to in the next decade? So one thing that I'm looking forward to in the next decade is being self-employed, being compensated for my gifts and talents, being compensated doing what I enjoy, which is talking, encouraging, inspiring, and learning. So yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm looking forward to in the next decade. So how about you, Yanni? Survivor.
Filling my passport up.
Filling your passport up. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Say that again.
Filling the passport up.
So that means you're going to be traveling.
That's it. That is it.
In the next decade. Okay. Roscoe, if you want to talk, you can raise your hand and we'll get you too. Okay. What's your question over there? One of your questions.
What is your favorite way to give back to the community or help others? You go. I asked you.
I went first on mine. Okay, so something. Giving of myself, giving things, giving advice, stuff and things in words of encouragement. Yeah, that would be my best way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about your turn?
Any way that I can give, like if whatever you need, if I got what you need, that is the best way or the thing I would want to do or give, whatever it is you need. But I love it when I'm in the position and somebody needs something or whatever and I got it. That is it.
Right.
And just to see they smile is just like everything. It could be my last, it could be whatever, but the smile and like, that is everything to me.
Me too. So we're givers. If y'all want to chime in over there, I'll try to read y'all tonight. It's closer this way instead of back there. So I'll try to read y'all tonight, okay? What is this? This is in okay, I don't know what that is. Okay. What's your favorite quote in life? So mine would be Shakespeare, to thine own self be true. So whether you like it or not, whether everyone agrees or not, when I look in the mirror at myself, do I like how I showed up today or in that situation, in that experience? So to thine own self be true would be mine. What's that, Mail?
I don't know.
So you need to think about it.
I probably do.
What do you live by? How about that?
Do you?
Okay, do you.
Do you?
Okay, and what does that mean for people that are watching?
It's a freedom thing for me.
Okay.
It's a freedom thing for me. I struggle with that. I have struggled with that in the past a lot. One of my cards over here was like, what would you tell your younger self? Like, be free. Do you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you. Because, I mean, in doing me, I will be doing others because that's fulfilling for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that I have times where I struggle with doing me, so.
Okay. Yay. Your question this time. I asked the last one. Before we get into the nitty-gritty. Oh, look. Sacred said, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now.
Oh, Lord.
Ding, ding. What is your favorite way to spend a weekend? Not doing a damn thing, y'all.
Not doing a damn thing on the beach.
Okay, on the beach. I'll take that because I like the beach. I need to go soon. But yeah, not doing nothing. Not being on call for anybody. Not running. Just being. Yep, just being. Right now, if I could just be in pajamas for about some days, I'll take 3 days. Get in the shower, put on pajamas, lay down. Don't have to do any creative, critical thinking, problem solving. Would be a great way to spend my weekend. So how about you?
You will never get to do that.
Right. The devil. She's talking about you will never get to do that.
I mean, you do that type of stuff for fun.
I just want to do it to survive at this point.
What's your favorite movie and why?
My favorite movie. Oh, you didn't say your weekend. Spend your weekend. How would you want to spend your weekend? Besides the beach, you gotta say yo.
That's all I want to do.
Just be on the beach.
That is it, and travel.
Okay.
And go back to the beach.
My favorite movie. I do like Love and Basketball. I like Bodyguard. So Love and Basketball I like because they started out young, you know, and then they really didn't like each other at first, but they liked each other. You know, they're fake. I don't like you, but they do like each other. And life happened, but in a perfect world, they went off and then they winded back up together happily ever after, right? Because you said why. And then in The Bodyguard, I like that. Although my story, I haven't been able to be a damsel in distress, so to speak, but damsel in distress, and in the ideal perfect world, and then it's like I love you and you're the best thing, and you know, but I love you enough to let you go. So those two.
Brown Sugar.
Okay.
Because I always felt like Love and Basketball should have been like the prelude to Brown Sugar, but Brown Sugar is my movie.
Okay.
Because I love a love story.
Because we're girls.
Yes, and the drama, and I just love. And he was like, Sin, you know, like, it has so many good parts in it too. Like, you know, my divorce, that was great.
Right.
And calling her on the, you know, on the radio, and he was like, when did you first fall in love with hip hop? And I just love that. And I think like my first like boyfriend, we was hip hoppers, you know what I mean? So I could like totally relate to it, and it was just lovely. And I remember the first time I fell in love with hip hop, so it was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna have my own movie, and so now Lathan's gonna play me because it's gonna be easy because she already did it,
right?
But yeah, and besides that, it would be The Princess Bride.
Okay.
Oh my god. Little girl, I love that movie. I have the DVD. I actually was looking for it the other weekend. I can't find it. I think somebody stole it.
You can look at it on YouTube.
I like that too. I'm gonna try because I just love it. It's humorous. It's stupid.
I would agree.
It's a love story, and yeah, I like love stories.
Me too.
They're fun. They're really full of shit. They lies, but I love a good lie.
Look, since we don't have a lot of guy input tonight, I guess we're into the girly frou-frou stuff.
That's fine.
Yay. What is your favorite type of music and why does it resonate with you? Favorite type of music?
R&B.
R&B?
Yeah, hip-hop, R&B.
Why? It says why.
Just feel good music.
Feel good music, okay.
Growing up, like, you know, old school.
Okay.
That's all they were listening to. And everybody wasn't even R&B then. It was probably blues.
Okay.
It was really rhythm and blues.
I like R&B. Or I was gonna say, I love all types of music. But if it was two types of music that I'm more familiar with, that I feel that in my gut, it would be gospel music and R&B. Gospel music and R&B. Like through life and life experiences, I would say gospel music has gotten me through. Y'all, I got a Coca-Cola tonight. Gospel music, yeah, gospel music, and R&B is, like you said, some of the lies, or and
it's everything.
yeah, some of the lies, or and something you can relate to based on experiences in life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say those two types of music.
They just bring it back to like my grandmother and my mom.
R&B,
Like the old school R&B.
yeah, old school, yeah. Okay, so name an artist that you remember growing up.
Oh
like
hell, I can't remember.
That you remember as a kid.
I can't remember artists today.
That's no. Guess I wasn't supposed to have that peppermint. What reminds me of my mom would be Freddie Jackson, Luther Vandross, and like Anita Baker. Luther Vandross and Anita Baker. Yep. Those would be three that I could say. They all remind me of my mom growing up. Hey girl, how? Yeah, so those would be. So what other, is there another artist?
You guys been having me so upset for a long time.
Why?
Because, you know, back in the day they had their little parties, whatever, and the kids gotta go in the back because, you know, you can't be up here with grown people, so y'all up back there, whatever. And then I used to always be like the only girl. Which is fine, I was a little tomboy or whatever, but the homie that I'm always with, because it's mommy's best friend's son, got this cousin over here, Freddie Jackson, saying, you are my lady, da da da. And he want to get close to me and touch me on my arm, and I am like freaking out. But at that point, you know, boys are like,
you didn't like boys, right?
But I liked the homie though. You know what I'm saying? We used to hump.
Oh, you liked him, but not his cousin or friend, whatever it was. Okay. She said hump. We used to say hunch. She said hump. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Damn, it's a lot, but I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
So I'm gonna say, do you know one of the co-founders of Home Depot, Bernard Marcus, he passed. And he was 95 years old last year. Quincy Jones died last week. I said last week. Quincy Jones died last week. He was 91. Died. Yeah. And Tony Todd, he played as Candyman.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He died. He was 69. Do y'all have any well, not y'all. Do you remember or have any comments or thoughts about Home Depot? Now, I am glad Home Depot was co-founded. They had Arthur Blanks, which is now the owner of the Falcons, who's co-founder also of Home Depot. So, of course, they helped a lot of people with home improvement. Y'all want to call in 678-661-1819. Won't have anybody right now. I just have the phone, okay? Quincy Jones, of course, he put a lot of people on. Right, wrong, and indifferent. He did. I don't like scary movies. I liked scary movies up until I was like 14 or 15 years old, and then I realized that I'm like an empath, so certain things I can't watch, or meaning I can't see or listen to, because I feel and I take it with me for a long time. But yeah, so I kind of stopped watching that kind of stuff back then, because I used to love Friday the 13th, and Pr1ma was one of the movies I did like, and Halloween, blah blah blah. But I don't watch those things now. So Candyman I did not watch, and he was also in Final Destination and Night of the Living Dead. Did you watch any of those?
Candyman. I've already seen.
So you remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My
So
mother is
unfortunately,
really big on horror.
she is. I got a lot of people are, but I can't. So yeah. Um, Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. That was Monday. My parents were veterans, so we appreciate your service and your sacrifice. Yay, yay. Also, the Falcons, I was so disappointed that they lost to New Orleans, but they did beat them the first time. They lost this time, so we are now 4-6. 4-6. So we're still doing better than some years. Yay, Falcons. But I am still a Georgia fan, okay? Georgia everything. No matter what.
Well, go Atlanta United.
Yay.
They beat Miami.
Yes.
They beat Miami.
Yes. And we beat Dallas too.
We're not talking about that.
Falcons beat Dallas.
Everybody beats Dallas. Everybody beats Dallas. It's okay. Whatever.
Okay, over the weekend at Tuskegee University, there was a mass shooting and one died. And the young man, I think he was like 18 years old. He was not a student. So they're saying that they want, when they have activities or whatever, they're considering not opening it to the public because it was the end of homecoming week. So what's your thoughts on? I mean, I don't understand. Down at Georgia State, we've had some people beat up and robbed and shot and all this. Somebody was over a hoodie that involved a girl, and she called her brothers and folks to come get some straightening over a hoodie. I think unfortunately, I've overheard conversations and talked to people that have students in college. They're sending their children to college, and there's so much violence and rah-rah going on the college campuses now that there are a lot of parents that say that they don't necessarily want their children to live on campus or go out of state to school because of the violence, the danger of them being away for education. So what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know what's wrong with you people. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's unfortunate, definitely. It's like, what do you do? Because it's not just about like the education; it's the experience, it's the everything. So it's like, what? I'm gonna go take online classes, like
So they lose the
Oh
experience.
yeah, and that sucks because that's a big part of learning
Yeah.
and growing and becoming an adult and learning to adult. You know what I mean?
I was watching a commercial where I don't remember what commercial it was, but it was one young lady who went to the dorm, and it was already a girl that made it to the dorm first. You know how you first move in and you move in with strangers, so you don't know them and you try to get along. So I was like, wow, like now kids go to school, and if you don't like each other, what do? You fight. You don't like your roommate. You call your buddies to come over and cause a rift because she looking at me crazy, or she making too much noise over there, or she's snoring, or he's got his shoes too far out in the middle of the floor.
Well, we to the point where the kids that are in school now, those are the kids that wasn't going outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Whitney said the kids was the future.
Yeah. And when you look at
They
the
should have paid
kids,
attention. They should have paid attention. I don't know who made.
when you look at the kids, when you look at the kids, I mean, do they have social skills? Where do we, as parents, if we have electronics babysitting our children, do they have social skills?
Right.
If children can just shake their heads instead of opening their mouths and speaking, what are we teaching them? I think the movies and social media and video games, I think that has helped influence the mass gun shooting and the violence.
For everything.
Right. And what can we do to shift and change? Do we, we hear people saying stop guns, other people say don't stop guns. Video games gives the kids something to do, but you don't really hear a lot of people saying stop the video games.
Right.
Let's just not make them anymore. I mean, it's not going to stop the children that have already been programmed into that, but it can definitely stop the younger generation.
I can stop it.
Stop what?
Gun violence.
How can you stop it, Mr. President?
When you catch them on tape, because they record it now, they do make that police don't have to work hard. I would take a wood chipper. I wouldn't put them in jail for 30, 40 years of life. I grind them up, and if they under age 21, if they I grind them up, and I bill it to their family. If they grown, I grind them up.
The mass shooters, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
When you get caught, when I ain't gonna go to trial. You got you dead to the raw.
to the wood chipper.
I was like, the people?
Yeah. I grind them up, and I spread you over the area that you did the crime.
Okay. The mass shooters. Okay.
Yeah. But if you underage and you do it, your parents have to pay the state.
It don't cost much to grind somebody up. A
No,
wood
but-
chipper is
but
not
it's gonna
nothing.
be, I got to pay the wood chipper. I got to keep the wood chipper service. I got to.
So what would you charge? $19.95?
Nah, it'd be about $5,000.
How do you justify the $5,000?
How much it costs to have a baby?
Oh, that's about $68,000 to $100,000, depending on where you're having them.
So I think you get out cheap.
Right, but I'm saying what justifies the $5,000? You said you would grind them up and throw them in the yard.
Listen, you've been in trouble before. You know you got to pay. You got to pay for the paper. You got to pay for the copy, ink. You got to pay for the clerk.
You gotta pay the rental fee for Home Depot for the wood
come
chipper.
on.
$5,000. Okay.
So you got to pay for the man who pulled the wood chip to the location.
No, it's just gonna make it $5,000.
And you
Okay.
start off with your feet while you're alive.
Mm-hmm.
We'll slow it down by the time you get to your knees. Then we'll speed it up from your knees to your thighs. Then we'll slow it back down from your thighs to your navel. Then we'll speed it up from your navel to your ribs.
Candyman ain't got shit on right. So you hear me?
And I listen to me. I bet you
You right.
in 1 week, a nigga don't even want to touch a water hole, a water gun. They won't even want to touch a spray bottle.
Well, then that means you got to put it on social media. If you're
Oh,
president, you put it on social media
No, we
and
gonna
the
do
news.
we
Put it
gonna
on
do
so everybody can see
It's
it.
gonna be on every TV station, like national, like the president.
Like the emergency, this is the emergency.
See, them niggas don't pay that.
Turn everything off and make the whole world see it.
Yeah, at the radio station.
Welcome to
The
America.
radio station, you gonna
Like the
hear that
purge,
grinder.
they get ready
Right.
to do.
You gonna hear that grounder going off on the radio station. Gonna be.
Oh no.
Hey,
I thought you was sick.
I'm serious.
Literally.
A lot of,
Right.
You think about it. Georgia have more prisons than the continent of Africa. So that's what I
You
would
said
do.
Georgia
Yes.
alone?
The South.
Yeah. Just Georgia alone have more institutional facilities than the continent of Africa.
Mm.
So what that tell you?
We're in the South.
That ain't gonna do with the South.
And they just want to lock people
now,
up.
we're not talking about Tennessee, Nashville.
I'm saying Georgia is in the South, so that's the reason why.
No, but I'm just saying Texas. Just Georgia. So think about
Oh, Texas got death penalty for y'all.
right, but still though, it take you too long to go. If you wanted to death penalty,
Just
Right.
kill them right now.
right.
Right now. Right
All
now.
that going,
Right
all
now.
that going to trial and all that. I got you on videotape now.
On video, yeah.
But it's an open and shut case.
But the family should be able to do it, not the government. Let the family
You throw me a piece
Yeah.
of that peppermint, two of that peppermint.
let the family go ahead and get rid of them. I would say.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's what I would do.
All right, Mr.
ain't-
President.
guns-
I think you might win because there's some people that probably feel like you feel.
Guns don't
I'm
kill
telling
people.
you.
People kill people.
Mm.
If you lay a gun on the floor, it's not gonna get up and shoot.
If Elon Musk made
I
it.
was just
It might
Well,
jump
wait
up
a
and
minute
kill
now.
somebody.
Wait a
It's
minute.
just that
Like the driving cars. We used to think cars wouldn't drive themselves. Guns will shoot by themselves.
no, they
If the right person make it.
nah. Somebody got to turn it on, turn it off.
You can just speak to it. Hey Siri.
It's on Wi-Fi.
Hey Nine. Blow it up.
What do you mean it's Wi-Fi?
Shoot him in the leg. It might work. Okay. Remote control. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, call 678-661-1819. Let me think. Did y'all do anything interesting this week? From last week, let me think. It is basketball season, so I have a child that's playing basketball. That has kept me quite busy. I have to volunteer, so I've been doing the concession stand, and I'll be doing the concession stand. So you see these little children that are not really little children. They're about your size or bigger. They think they're some of them think they're equal to you. It's interesting to look at the children, like I said earlier, that don't have the communication skills. Unfortunately, they don't know the value of $1. I have watched children at the concession stand. There are some kids that come to the concession stand and they're buying everything for the other kids, and the other kids like, give me this, give me this, give me this, and how they feel pressured, or either they feel like everybody's their friend and they're not. I do have a question. It just reminded me of something else that happened this weekend. So, y'all tell me, we grew up, and I'm going to say how I grew up. I grew up, if there's a situation that happens that somebody is in a state of emergency, or you're stranded, or if we went out together, we're leaving together, right? No man left behind, right? So, was talking to some young people, and the young people, one person had an emergency, I would say, and this person was stranded, and their car wouldn't crank. And they were all supposed to be going out. This group of people was supposed to be going out. So the group of people didn't go out at first because one person's car didn't crank. But then they changed their mind and decided, hey, we're going to keep going, and we're going to leave you stranded on the side of the road with your car not being able to crank. And the person whose car didn't crank was like, when the parents said, hey, why you on the side of the road? Where your friends at? Because all y'all was going out. And the person was like, well, I told them to go ahead and go out. It's all good. So the parents like, hey, it's dark. It's late. Those your friends. Them can't be your friends, because your friends don't leave you stuck on the side of the highway and your car can't crank. Because you can always go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? You can reschedule. You can do something else. But for some reason, the young people think that that's a friend that would leave you on the side of the highway in the dark, stranded, to go out to eat or to go hang out. So, I mean, when you were going out, I mean, you're a little younger than us, old people, and y'all over here. What are y'all's thoughts? Like, how, if you were going out, like, what would you do if your friend or your partner was stranded? Whether it's the car can't crank, the tire's flat, the bumper falls off the car and it won't move, whatever the case may be, would you leave? Or I'm gonna use another example. I have gone out with some ladies and we've gone to the club when I was younger, and one girl is trying to go off with some dude, and you be like, hell nah, we came here together, we leaving together. Like, we ain't doing that. You do that on your time because we came together. So I mean, what have you experienced? So what are your thoughts on how were you trained and raised or not?
It's identical. We came together, we leave together, period. I am actually the wanderer of the group. So they always had to like watch me. I wasn't leaving nobody. I was always the driver though, and I wasn't leaving anybody. I would be the one that leave the crew, but I would be the one that gather the crew at the end as well. I see you. I see all of you. I'm just not moving like that, but definitely we've been stranded. We've been a whole lot of things. We've been trying to split up and go do our own thing and got stranded, car didn't crank, blown out tire. I can change tire. I'll throw it on real quick.
Right.
For some reason we can't get it. We gonna call AAA somebody
to make it do what it do.
Whatever, because we got somewhere to go.
Right.
And if not, we're gonna leave this bitch here. The car.
Okay.
and we leaving. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back later, but absolutely not. And I told my daughter that too. Even going to little people parties.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like little people parties, and she had her little crew because I was always the chaperone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, okay, I'm here because, you know, they had phones. We didn't, but, you know what I'm saying? They got phones, and two would come out. Like, the hell?
Right.
All of us y'all, I'm going to come and sit in the, no, you going to go with her, and y'all going to go find them, and you going to come back out here.
Right.
Period, point blank. So, and she does that now until, like, to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we drove separate cars.
Right.
We still
leave it together.
And if it's not too inconvenient, we might even, I'll walk you to your car, you drive me.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
That's my crew. Ain't nobody messing with me in my crew.
Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know. So, you're a man, Roscoe. So if it was men, I know y'all gorillas and bears and tigers and all this stuff. So when y'all leave each other at the door, y'all just say, all right, partner, see you later. So y'all don't worry about if each other left or got where y'all were going.
Men don't do that.
Right, but
men don't leave like that. That's a woman thing.
Men don't leave like what? I mean, y'all wouldn't leave each other on the side of the road.
Men don't go to a club or something and say, hey, and just leave with a woman.
How could that be true if women just leave with a man?
Because those men go there to find a woman to leave with.
Right, so they just leave with a woman. I'm trying to understand what you were just saying.
If a group of guys go out together,
Mm-hmm.
they plan to leave together. If a guy feel like, hey man, I'll get some action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave with old girl. You sure you want to do that? We ain't gonna tell you not to, but hey, you need to tell me where you at. I'm gonna ride by or something like that.
Okay, so that's the same thing girls would do, but I said, would y'all leave each other stranded, like on the side of 285?
No,
120.
They gonna stay to the tow truck, or Jesus come and pick whatever it is up. No. And matter of fact, we're gonna start counting bullets. Hey, you watch that side, I watch this side.
To see if anybody pulling up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so no man behind is that left behind is how we were all raised. Okay. Next question. Do y'all feel like if you were, I was asked this question, I'm trying to think of a good one. So you have families and everybody is in a situation, and say that you had to, like the lighter persuasion, this was the question. Other races live together and they, live together so that all of them can get something or have something, meaning they'll all stay in the house, 25 of them, until they can, as each couple or family move out, they can have a business, they can get a car, they can get a house, they can da-da-da. So there were some people that were around me that said that brown people aren't able to do that because we just don't know how to get along and don't share or whatever. So my comment was, when I think about different people that are in my family or that has been in my circle, a lot of them have been more concerned. They were more concerned about if somebody was going to talk to their man. So they didn't want to be around. They said they didn't want to live in the house with their family members, women in particular, because they didn't want them to get to their man, right? And my comment was, so because you don't trust the woman or you don't trust the man, right? So do we not help each other out in time of need? And basically they were talking about, since Trump was reelected, and if anything was to happen and families had to pull together, there were other races that would pull together, but black families can't do that because, for whatever reason. And again, my response was, I don't think that we can't do it, because I could do it. I mean, being a young person And even now, you know, like I was told I'd help a turtle or help anybody or whatever. There are people I don't think it's a problem with people cohabitating together and working together. But I do feel like some people around me, and particularly some of the people that were having this conversation, I feel like it is personal insecurities. And if you're with someone that you don't trust, then maybe you don't need to be with the person. So, what is the reason why you feel like brown people, if you feel that way, because you may not feel that way, but brown people, if we could live together to have something or accomplish certain goals, can we or can't we? And if we cannot, what is the problem? What could be some of the problems or issues?
I'm with you. I can shit. I was looking. If I could move, what?
Want me to help you out? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. I see, being that I have friends that are diverse culture, they grow up living like that. You asking somebody to start that after a situation take place.
You say after a situation,
Take place.
Like a situation.
Some kind of situation. And some of the people in the situation because they trifling or sorry or lazy. And now they want to run to their family and pile up on them and use and manipulate and never try to get on their feet.
Okay, let me better say. They
You
were
said
saying
why brown people can't live together. A lot of people are in this situation because of the choices they make. I heard you say Donald Trump.
I didn't say that. That was the question, and
Right.
that was the
But
context of which the question was asked of me.
I got you. But if you don't, most people's problem is not because of a politician. Their problem is because of the choices they made. And then they want to, if they can go to a family member, then they get there and take advantage of the family member. Other cultures, they grow up living like that, so they are accustomed to that. And they know that it's one head. It's a head lady, it's a head man.
So respect and honor. Okay.
Right, so they know that, hey, this dude got his green card, he got the business. He employ all of us. This is how we're gonna get to our next step in our financial life. And they respect that. But our people don't respect that.
Okay, so why? This is my question.
Learned behavior, subconscious nature.
Because brown people always want their own. Everybody the
You
boss.
can't get your own if you don't work and get your own. They want their own, but they don't want to do what it takes to have their own. They want it just to be given to them like it's a privilege. Simple things they don't do. You think about it. If you say, hey, you just move in the house, keep the house clean. You come home, the house look a mess.
So do you think that brown people are the only people that do that?
That's how we can talk about it.
Brown people aren't the only people that do that. I think that like you said, they're accustomed to certain things. So they're accustomed to certain things. So what may irk a brown person that wants to be in charge of everything may not irk a lighter person.
I know some Hispanics people who are known for doing it. I know
doing what?
Living together.
Right, but I said you're talking about people being nasty.
Everybody have a role to play.
Right, and I'm saying why can't people do that?
Because they're not going to listen.
Oh, okay. Stubborn,
hard-headed, my way or no way.
Okay. And you said that's learned behavior.
Yeah.
Okay. So can it be different?
It can be different if you find somebody that's willing to work toward that and keep their end of the deal. But a lot of times people don't keep their end of the deal. You say, hey, I'm going to let you stay here for X amount of time. Don't pay me no rent. Save all your money. And you should better get your place.
Okay.
When it comes time for you to get your place, I don't want to hear you ain't got your money.
Okay, so would you say, I think it depends on the terms of the expectation, because some of those people stay together for years, right? So what we were talking about was, the question was asked to me, hey, because we have President-elect coming in, oh my God, the world is gonna end. You know, they got that Project 2025, blah, 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 blah. And other races will make it because they can live together. They've been living together and they
Yeah,
have
they
to
don't
live.
make
But black
Project-
people
Project
cannot
25
because
don't
we
have no
can't
do-
live together.
Project 2025
And we don't work
don't have
together.
nothing to do with 1,000 y'all living together. If it's no Social Security, 1,000 y'all ain't gonna be able to live together. So Project 25 don't have nothing to do with a whole bunch of y'all living together or none of that. That's a whole nother different.
1,000. It might be 15.
Because the half of the niggas ain't gonna work. And I'm not saying nigga as a black man. I'm just saying nigga as in trifling and lazy.
Okay.
They're not gonna work. They don't want nothing.
Okay, what about the ones that's working now?
Right.
So if you had 15 working people,
15 working people ain't gonna want to live together.
right, brown people,
Why?
and that's the problem. That
Because
is
they
my
got-
main question.
I work so I can have my own.
No, was if things were to get where people needed to live together,
It ain't gonna
why
get-
is it that other races can live together, but brown people have a problem living together? Because we want our own. Everybody wants to be the boss. Nobody wants
It's
to
not about being
listen.
the boss. It's about being an adult.
No, okay.
It's not being the boss.
It has right now. We're not talking
It's
about
not
being
being
an
about-
adult. We're saying if things were to change, where people
But in
needed
the
to
Bible,
pull
it said,
together.
A man don't work, he don't eat.
Okay,
That provide. That means shelter, everything, the basic necessities of life. And a lot of people are looking for somebody to give them handouts.
We said if the world was to get in a state, okay, what about the wars that we have going on, right? There are people that were independent, but when the
If a
wars
war
happened and
come-
occurred, people had to pull together to live and
If a
survive.
war come, it ain't gonna stop nothing. Whether y'all, it's a lot of y'all living in the house, or just two of y'all in the house. The war is the war. Living together is not gonna change the war. That's not gonna change the problem with the war.
Okay.
It's not gonna make it safe for all y'all. They just bomb the house and they get everybody in one walk.
But everybody might be able to run to one house, another house, and another
Nah,
house.
you ain't gonna, they gonna pick you away.
Just not brown people, okay, y'all?
If a
So
war come,
brown people
and
can't
then
do it.
why do people give man so much power and so much praise, so much control over your future? If that the case, we wouldn't have black doctors, black chief of police, black school superintendents. We wouldn't have black educators.
What is a black school?
I said black school teachers. I ain't
No,
saying
you said black school.
Black school teachers.
Mm.
You
Okay.
can be, you can be whatever you want to be.
Okay.
And a lot of people that don't want to apply.
I forgot
themselves.
you're a Trump supporter.
It ain't nothing about being a Trump supporter. It's about life.
Right, but you are a Trump supporter.
Anything you can do, no. I support the game.
And there is no game.
Yes,
It's
it
reality.
If you either play the
So
game.
did anybody see the text messages with the did you get a text message about the slave masters
No,
and
I
get your
sent it
ass
out.
to work?
Since I'm a Trump supporter, I sent it out.
Right.
I hope you got. I forgot your number.
Right, you ain't sent
I
it to
got
me.
your ass
Did anybody
I'm
watch
send you a
it?
video of what the vote
Did y'all
is.
get the text message about Master said?
I didn't
It's
get it.
unfortunate you didn't get it, but did you see it on the news? It was some kids that got that
And you know
message,
what's
some
funny?
adults, and
It's
it's
probably some
unfortunate that
stupid-
people sent that message out telling people.
Would you be
that
surprised if
Master
a black
said-
person sent the message out?
Well, you
Right.
just told us it was you.
Did you see the lady that was the president of the NAACP in one city, and she was going around to keep shit stirred up? She was spray painting on her own black people mailboxes, the squats, and they tracked her down because she bought all this spray paint from one hardware store, and they traced her, and she left a paint can at the scene, and they traced it where it came from, and they showed the video camera where she went down and was buying all the spray paint.
No, we didn't see her. You should show
Because
us.
she didn't have nothing. She didn't have nothing to rile up. Because they know that once they keep stuff riled up, they give her like she doing something. So you'd be surprised. It could be your own your own.
It could be. I
cousin.
just asked, did you
One
get
of
one?
19
Did you get
one
a,
of-
did you get a text message
No, I
that
sent the
said,
text
Master
out, I told
come, Master come, Master said.
I cannot with you too.
That's the Trump
No,
supporter over there.
y'all-
Okay, so did anything exciting happen this
Hold
week?
on.
I can say, what happened exciting this week, guys? Goddamn handyman over there.
Judge Payment is exciting this week.
Y'all give men too much power.
Who is
You? You too much power. I
And
know.
then, then you know you hooked up. You the house nigga.
I would have been. I'm the child.
Yeah, you know.
I'm
you-
the child
you
of.
What's called you Malana.
Mulatto.
That's the
Right,
first thing I said. I said,
mulatto.
well, you know, who's sending out the text messages? Is they black? That's what I said. Who is Master? Tell him I can't be out in the sun for real. But I will clean the house. I am a very good cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
I am not down.
I'll be in there with your daddy.
I can help.
Bend on over and
Ain't
touch
she
your
gonna take me?
toes.
You gonna take care of me?
I don't need to be outside in
I don't
the
even
sun.
eat for real. Like, I'll be a good slave. I just got like a couple of requests.
But God didn't let us
and
be born then, okay? We might just be the product of. So, people of color, I don't know. I do feel like this. I do feel like whether I see it or children, grandchildren, whatever, like I do feel like there will come a time that people that don't normally pull together to win will need to pull together to win. I think it's unfortunate that people of color have this me, minds, and like there's some type of competition or insecurities that cause the separation and division amongst us. And you know, us people of color know that it's true. It's not a secret. It's just the unspoken. And will that be the demise of us in a case of an emergency, so to speak? Now, I'm not saying that I feel like because we have Trump elect, you know what I'm saying, as our next president, that it's going to happen that way. There are some that are speaking, and I have said to some, why are you speaking gloom and doom and the world is over and, you know, la la la.
Let me ask you this. Why do so many blacks speak out and be so passionate about Donald Trump being the president, but they don't speak out about little Ray getting shot at the gas station?
I do.
Y'all don't put emphasis on stuff like that, or how raggedy the schools are that our kids attend.
I do.
That we putting emphasis on a man, the president, and a lot of people don't even know their local government. They don't know who their commissioner is. You don't even know who the chief of police is, just in case you have a problem. You don't even know. You don't know. But people are saying Trump gonna do this to you. How?
I mean, of course, that's what media
Okay,
wants
don't
us
ma-
to do. They
the
want
same
us to
thing a
have
man do
division
me,
and
I can do
problems.
to him.
This the consequences are different, black man.
No, it ain't. Hey,
Oh, yes, it is.
Hey, God tried. Go out.
Right.
Go out
That would be what would have to happen.
But hey, trust me, they got more to lose than we do. They would they'll commit to, hey, let's come to a happy medium. But the problem is, and here we go again, we can't stick together cause Ray
But you just said you don't agree with us sticking together.
shoot each other for some bent up rims at the gas station.
Mm.
Then how you gonna shoot a nigga that got a baby by 12 different niggas? That let you know how she moves.
How you gonna shoot what?
A nigga that got a baby by 12 different, a girl who got a baby by 12 different niggas. And some of the niggas she might not know. And you get mad at him. Just stupid, dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
is that why we can't pull together because of the baby daddies?
it's just learned behavior. It goes back all the way before slavery.
So what would you do different for us to pull together? How could you support the community?
You got to show
Like
people.
Yanni's
You
card.
got to show people a different way.
What I'm saying, how could you? What's the different way?
For one, you got to show them how to make themselves look presentable. Just because you think everything is a fad, you can you can show your draws from time to time.
If it was an emergency situation and
time
people
to
needed
play.
to pull together, how could you pull together with your brown brothers and sisters?
Instinctively, they're gonna have to pull together. It's not gonna be you pulling them together. It's gonna be the situation forcing them to come together. Cause you ain't gonna be the.
So would you let them in your house?
It ain't about letting them in your house. It ain't about letting them in your house.
Would you let
Like,
your neighbors come and stay?
Look, for instance, I had
And your cousin them,
and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
your uncle and auntie them.
I had an uncle that never worked. Married a lady who had a house.
Uh-huh.
The mortgage company told him, he said, I can't get refinanced, I don't have a job. They said, long as the check that pay the bill have your name on it, at the end of the loan, the house will be paid off and the deed will be signed over to you. He walked away from it. I seen a situation where my grandmama left our uncle somewhere to stay. 2 weeks after she died, he walked away from the house.
I mean, we do know there are people that don't want to be responsible.
So,
but in families, do you think even the white families or other nationalities, you don't think they have some that's the same way?
Yeah, they got jelly.
But they still try to work together.
No,
though.
they don't.
Yes,
no, they don't.
In cases of emergency, you think they don't?
I work with a white guy right now, and he owned a cold storage. And I asked him, I said, why don't none of your kids work here? He said, they don't want to. He said, I got a daughter who work for a little small country town, make $20,000 a year, a school teacher.
But he got a trust fund set up for him.
No, he don't.
Okay.
That's why.
That's what he told you.
I don't seen several white people, like the person who cleaned the person up, the nurse or the at-home care person, end up being heritage of all this stuff.
That's true.
So, and I asked her, I said, why you don't make them come work? He said, man, you can't make them come work here. And he said, you see Rudy out there, the Hispanic guy? His drive, his initiative is the same way I had it when I started. So he said, believe it or not, if something happened to me, the business is Rudy.
But that's not a case of emergency.
Well,
I was asking, in case of an emergency, why wouldn't we pull it together as a people?
They will have to pull together. It's not why we won't. They're going to have to stick together.
Do you believe that's what we would do as a people?
In case of emergency, I think more, for the most part, we would do that. But in a case of emergency, when you first said it though, it wasn't like an emergency. It was just like, wow, we can't pull together, and you get, we build on you.
We work together to have something,
right? And then you doing a business thing, all right, cool.
And why can't we do that?
So and so out of the whatever, and then the thing came up with the emergency. Other people, how they do that. Right. Also, when we are kids, we be on the ass. Mm-hmm. We be on the ass, and I think most of us, we crave for that freedom more so. But the other ones got the freedom, and we couldn't get the freedom anyway because we couldn't be out there in the streets acting crazy because we are. Mm-hmm. So we had a different kind of upbringing anyway. So we was ready to hit the hell on. Mm-hmm. So if you was about something, you hustling, you gonna get your stuff up. So I'm going and I ain't coming back and whatever. Mm-hmm. And then through all of that, we probably had some words. And they have words together all the time. We look at them all the time like, well, who is you talking to? Is that your mother? Oh my God. Right. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that.
We cannot.
So we want to talk this shit. We gonna talk this shit we preach all day.
Some of us, most of us.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta look at how they value family.
Right.
They don't value family like how black people do.
I wouldn't agree.
I do.
Why you say they don't value the same?
Like for instance, my buddy, here's another European.
They respect theirs and they're gonna take care of them when they get old.
It's a difference between respect and value.
Whatever you're gonna do to take care of your elders.
I asked one of my buddies.
Be there for him, show up. Who does it?
He was writing a check for $11. I said, who write a check for $11? He said, it's paid for my extended caregiver. So if I have a stroke or anything where I had to go to a nursing home or whatnot, this pays for it. There's no question about money. I said, so how did you hear about that? He said, my grandmother has it. He said, I hate to say it. Y'all parents live with y'all, and then you and your wife are gonna vice versa. Your mama getting on your wife, falling down the steps. You can't go on a vacation because you ain't got nobody to watch him. So he said his insurance paid for him to be in a nursing home, and he get to keep his pension, his car, and all that. He said, don't take this offense. Black people, y'all just let your mom and daddy move in with you, and then you be miserable and complaining about it. He said, us, they go to a nursing home. We go see them on holidays, whatnot, pick them up from time to time, and that's it. He said, that's how it is. And he said, for $11 a month, I don't have to deal with all that.
So is that better to you?
No, but that's the way they think.
No, I said, is it better to you?
I'm not saying it's better nor worse, but some of these parents, you need to pay $11 a month for. Now, if like how if your mom and dad are cool, put mom and dad in the bed between you and your wife. But if mom and dad get on your nerves, they need to be in another state. You understand what I'm saying? But he said still, regardless of how good mom and dad is, this is what they do. He said, and we don't have to worry about them. Because they pay that money a month, they get the best of the care.
So who told them? Because nobody, you just happened to see it by accident.
Right.
So who told the black people that? Because
Now, there was a
if
white
it's
guy.
black, I know he was white, but I'm saying he said the difference in black people and them. So I'm saying if somebody told Negroes
Like
that
this.
you can put up an $11 a month to help with your future, you think black people? So again, a lot of it is what we aren't exposed to and what we aren't told.
Right, but every time, if you try to tell, okay, I'm just giving a group. I don't know what women talk about when they're in a group.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in a group with men, and you say, "Hey, man, what you gonna do?"
That's messed up. What's messed up? Okay.
If you're in a group with men, everybody don't want to talk about a naked woman. Everybody don't want to talk about sports. But you ask some niggas, say, "Hey, man, you went and got your prostate checked? And you been checked out?" Oh yeah, I went and had blood work. And then, if you say, well, hey, blood work is not always the true answer. See, I don't know what that, it turned into a big argument. So nothing never get accomplished. It turns into a debate when you're trying to help another brother. But then, nobody never asks a rich man how he got rich. They just become haters. Oh, that nigga think he this, and that nigga think he that. Look at how.
What about the ones you ask and they don't tell you?
It depends on how you approach them. But
There's some that won't tell you.
I just told a guy the other day, I say, instead of reason why you talking bad about the dude, it's because you don't understand how he move. But you like it because you inquiring about it. And you trying to see what response you get from crowd by talking bad. But once you go up and ask the nigga, say, hey man, I like the style. Tell me how you do it. He couldn't even get quiet because he felt stupid. I said, and that I don't know how women do it, but that's how men are. Hey, what you gonna do, man? Stroke. How would you make it? And then, man, I'm good. I go to the doctor. No, you don't, nigga. I just got it checked up. No, you don't. And then medical treatment is so soft for all of us. You have to argue with the people. I just went to the doctor the other day. The doctor wrote a referral and said what to do. Got to the other phase of the procedure. The doctor said, the other doctor said, oh, you okay, this is normal. Just do what he told you to do. So you got these people, these doctors don't care about you. You just another number, they just scratch off, fill out a summary, and on to the next. Like they meet a quorum. And I try to explain that to men. Like I said, I don't know how women do it. But we get passed along. Before you know it, oh man, he's sick. He passed away.
Well, we talk about it because we be like, we went and had our PAP. They checked us out, all the guts and inside and all that stuff. We went and had a mammogram, had our, breast checked and, had blood
and
drawn.
Give details
and
if we
give
need
right.
to.
That's what women do.
Like, for instance, though, I don't went before in the past, my younger day. They take 1 or 2 tubes and just cause you cough, we're going to do some blood work. Boom, take a tube. Then now I go to the doctor, they taking 17, 18 tubes. What's the difference?
Some doctors, not all. It's
Right.
the doctor.
So to me, it's stuff that I'm finding out about that I never heard of. But like, for instance, they said a physical. And I referred a friend of mine to a doctor. And I told him, I said, man, you got to blow in the bag. He said, blow in the bag? He said, I'm blowing the bag? He's like, man, that's stupid. He looked at me, he said, man, I blew in the bag and found out I had stomach problems. I had bacteria in my stomach. He said, I would have never known. He said, all these years, I've been going to the doctor, and I got plenty of money. Nobody never told me to do that. So, thank God we had a doctor that went the extra mile. Because some doctors, especially with insurance, they just do, okay, you look like you're all right. Change your diet. Get more rest.
Lose weight.
Exercise.
Exercise.
Lose weight is the main one.
The first question they ask you, how many times do you work out a week?
Right.
And for how long? What the fuck they got to do with it?
I mean, it makes a difference. So I
Shoot,
can say
my next door neighbor at one time ran 40 miles a day, and he fell, and it triggered
40
his
miles.
diabetes. And he was down. He full dependent on insulin. So, these doctors now, man.
My last PAP that I had recently, the doctors was like, "Hey, y'all know, women don't have to get PAPs every year anymore, or whatever." So I said, "I still want a PAP." You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "Well, if you have the same partner," I said, "I still want a PAP." Well, insurance says I still want a PAP. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, well, now they're saying you can get it every 3 years and you don't have to worry about it unless you're. But this was the other day they said 3. But if you don't have any issues, then you're good. Like, just keep going. And my question, I was like, well, what about? So they told you 5. They told me 3, and I'm like, well, but if they say different cancers and stuff can come up quietly, you know what I'm saying, and all of a sudden or whatever, why would you tell women to wait? So of course, when we work in the medical field, I know people that behind the scenes, insurance companies, of course, like all insurance companies, they're made to make money. That's how they stay in business. And the less services we use, the more money they make and the richer they get and all that. So it's like, okay, well, if they collect all this money from us and we don't get anything done, then of course they're getting more money from us, right?
How much you pay a month?
On your premiums, that's what I'm saying.
And then you don't go to the doctor. I need to go to the doctor every month.
As much money
as
as
get a box of Band-Aid.
Right.
I want a box of Band-Aid. I'm coming for my Band-Aid.
So then the mammograms, of course, you have age. They say every year or whatever. So they didn't say anything about that. Still do the mammogram. So I go for my eye exam. And when I went for my eye exam, it was like, oh, well, although you have insurance, now you have to pay a copay for your eye exam. They don't dilate your eyes like they used to. They have all these other machines. So the insurance doesn't cover that. You need to pay that part yourself. Okay, which is, I'm thankful for or whatever. So then they tell me they want to check for glaucoma. Glaucoma's fine. They want to check for cataracts and all that stuff. So now that you're AARP age, then we need to check cataracts. So the doctor's looking, and she's like, yeah, your eyes have changed some. You seeing up close, you don't see as well. Like, what have you been doing? And I love to read, but I like to read to natural light, not bright light. And she was like, yeah, it's affecting your eyes. So now it seems like you're seeing better far away than close up, but you still need your readers or whatever. So then she says, well, let me check for cataracts. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Or then she comes back and she was like, yeah, you have some cataracts. Like, they're very tiny and they're starting. I was like, cataracts? I said, So anyway, I leave the eye doctor and I'm a little not happy. I'm like, cataracts, it made me think about Pr1ma them, right? So I was like, cataracts, so you gotta get them removed, it's gonna be cloudy, all this other stuff. So she was like, I said, well, can I reverse it? What can I do? And she was like, no. She said, but you can take vitamin C. So that's what I'm getting to. She said you can take vitamin C, and vitamin C will slow down the progression of cataracts. As she said, a lot of people have cataracts, especially if you've been out in the sun. So I was like, I know they told me my eyes were sensitive to the sun and, all of that, which is why I wear, whatever. But she said that, I said, well, I didn't, and she said red meat, y'all, red meat. The more red meat you eat, the greater chance you have of having cataracts.
You know what's funny about that red meat thing?
I didn't eat meat for 7 years, and when I started back last year, I probably messed up my damn eyes. My cholesterol went up. Like, my cholesterol is normal, but it's still higher than it's been in forever. But it's
You know
So
what?
I was like,
what's
that damn
getting
meat,
right?
I shouldn't. I think I'm finna start back not eating meat.
But you noticed you gained weight when you didn't eat meat.
No, I didn't. You think so? Eat starch.
But
Less protein. I don't know, but damn it.
so what's funny?
Something gotta give. I got cataract.
No, no.
Look, cataracts. I'm finna go read my book. You can heal your life because I'm
It's
finna get rid
okay.
of these cataracts.
It's okay.
But she was like, they're like little specks. And she said, you won't need cataract removal until like 25, 30 years from now. So you don't have to worry about it. I said,
That shit
yes,
costs
the hell I do. And then I said,
You could be a blind old life.
no, you won't be blind. It's just, you just get cloudy. So then she gonna tell me it's like an M&M. Your lens on your eyes like an M&M. So she was like, they'll drill a hole in the shell of the M&M, suck all the chocolate out, and then put a new lens inside. So she was like, you know how you have a headlight on a car, and you know how the headlight gets yellow, like a little. So she said that's what a cataract is, where your headlights get a little yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So what they want to do is take the yellow out. So I was like, okay, so by that time you need Medicare. You know, Medicare. I said, so do they pay for it? She said they pay for the procedure. So imagine they pay for the labor, but they don't pay for the parts. So you have to choose if you want generic or top shelf
Go on
lens.
and see how you can remove cataracts, like they can do them headlights. All they do is people don't watch their eyeballs.
Oh, Amazon.
And then you'll see which then you can choose what lens you want, if you want a little yellow or a crystal clear. So she said, don't worry about it, you got 25, 30 years. I was like, dang. I mean, AARP, like growing up is just,
It's hard to do.
it's different. Yeah, it's different. You gotta go get your check engine light. You know, they come on every 3,000 miles, like your car, like oil change. You gotta get mammograms. You gotta do all these pap smears. You gotta get an H. pylori. You gotta do a colonoscopy.
Everything.
Your eyes
Overall.
every year, right? And I'm like, wow. So I'm glad that, first of all, I'm thankful that I have insurance that allows me to do it. However, as much as I pay for insurance and all these co-pays and all of those stuff, I think I need some marketplace insurance. Or they said Georgia, they get ready to change the Georgia Access.
Yeah.
So I need to look online and see if I can get some other insurance that will cost me less, since I need all these checkups and stuff now growing up.
Yeah. I've been to the doctor every day this week.
You have?
Every day.
What has been your experience? Did you leave happy, or did you leave kind of like, damn, like me? But they all got me out, fast. All my appointments got me in and out fast.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I think my appointment today was
Fast.
too
But I think they were thorough, huh?
I think my appointment today was too fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Too fast.
Today I went for like a physical. I haven't been for a physical in a while because I've been
Doing other stuff.
yeah. So
Let me guess. They touch you about 5. Look, with some gloves on,
yes, I'm like
and they say, okay.
nothing.
And then when set
He
your laptop.
didn't do nothing. And I was just kind of like,
He said he didn't do nothing.
he didn't.
I'll be
He's
looking for
like, all
that.
right, well, I'm gonna see you.
Y'all go to the same doctor though. Y'all go to the same
They
doctor.
hit you with that hammer on your knees.
I didn't get the hammer.
See that I'm talking about? They don't hit you.
They don't
with
hit you with the hammer no
They
more.
don't hit you with the meat to the
They hit my
bottom.
friend though a couple of months ago. I was like, oh wow, you checking with reflex? That's cool. That's cool. That's a Flintstone shit. I like it. Right, but I was just kind of sitting there like, are you serious?
That's it. That's all.
Right, but I just okay. You wanna know I went to the doctor?
What?
I went for a physical.
Okay.
But I went because I'm not really sexually active.
Okay.
And I want to be.
Okay.
So I would get my papers. So I could be like.
A clean bill of health.
Yes, I want like literally, so I could be like, listen, that's going to be like my G. That's
Right.
my game.
I'm clean. You clean?
And I'm like, yo, show me yours. And
I did that. Go ahead.
that's why I went. So anyway, when I'm there, and I do have like some other issues.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a primary.
Mhm.
So it was like, yo, this this. I can even tell you where it's coming from.
Right.
I know you just a primary, and somebody else probably gonna deal with that. Who would I need to talk to?
Mm-hmm.
But like, he's like, you would talk to your primary.
He is the primary, right?
What? Yeah, the primary got to check that.
He didn't know he was the primary.
He didn't know he was the primary?
I like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Can I get my test? You know what I'm saying? And he let me know what everything I need to do, and I'm gonna go take my blood, whatever, and then I'm gonna call who I need to call, and let them know everything they need to know, and then we're gonna do what we gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just really needed to be set up to get my labs done, just so I could be an asshole and be like, hey.
Right, that's what it is.
Hey, Johnny, there's so many people that's a jellyhead now. I work with a guy. I said, hey, man, they're offering overtime. He said, how much they paying?
In real life?
In real life.
A young person would ask you that, but
This nigga's
he
60.
grown, right? That's what I'm saying. A young person would ask you that.
Yes, God.
Because young people don't know.
Yeah, they don't know nothing.
What's overtime? Because some people don't know that's watching. Typically, y'all, it is time and a half. Time, like what
Time
you
and a
get
half.
paid plus half of what you get paid put together equals overtime.
So like,
Unless they tell you double time, that means you get 2 times your hourly pay. Okay?
I guess that's nicely put.
Yeah. Some people don't know. You know, like I was taught, common sense ain't common. So if they never made overtime, they don't know. They may not know, but let's stay home.
I went to a primary care doctor today.
And he didn't know he was from here.
Look, Johnny, I asked for my money back.
PCP. That's what
Okay.
It's what it say. What it say.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for my money back from him.
This motherfucker said. I was done. It was like, it's cool because it's the 4th doctor's appointment I went to this week. And really,
So you was
I
over
wanted
the
to get
doctor's
my
appointments.
I wanted to get my little papers, and I wanted to send it to the insurance, the other insurance,
Right.
to get paid for going to the doctor. That
Mhm.
was just a freebie.
Right.
That's what today was. And I did have legit, like, hey, I did need a referral.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool. I got my other doctors on speed out. They'll do it. It's fine. I just,
So what do y'all feel about, like, have y'all had any, since you're growing up, you've gotten older, right? Any new stuff, disappointments, enlightenment, like me, you know, red meat and being in the sun doesn't see your eyes, like, so excited, disappointed, like now that y'all go to the doctors in your mature age, the difference in going to the doctor now and 20 years ago or 10 years ago.
the difference is I care.
Right?
I've always gone to the doctor. A lot of people like, I don't know the last time I've been to the doctor.
I did too. But I'm saying
I've
like the
always
different
been
experience.
like that person. Some of it's cool, cause like I remember when you was testing me for all this stupidness. Like, oh my god, like I'm trying to hit the streets, doing all this extra stuff. But I can remember, I can compare. Like, I'm glad I did because it helps me be more aware of my body and let me know what to look for, to tell younger girls to look for, or whatever. You just get a better understanding.
Okay.
So I'm glad that I was that one that went then and now. And shit, getting older sucks because like there's more things wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's more things wrong, and it's stupid little stuff too.
And prescriptions. Oh my
my
God.
Man.
Prescriptions
I
like
never thought-
blood pressure, thyroid.
And I never thought, I was just my
I ain't never-
grandparents with all this medicine. And I'm like, damn, you got to put that shit in order. I got more medicine than season.
Okay. Ridiculous.
But they'll say overall you healthy.
Right. Like, am I?
Cause you ain't even a train wreck, but
Am I?
well, you should take this, and I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna give you that. And I'm
Well,
gonna
my
give you-
doctors hate me. Cause they be like, Miss Harrison, I see you have not been taking this medicine. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, you didn't pick
You
it
didn't fill the
up.
prescription,
You have
right.
not. I can see it here. You haven't picked it up. I'm like, well, you know.
Y'all know that when doctors give you a prescription, if you're trying to justify something or you need some documentation,
Right, you better go
make
pick
sure
it
you
up.
go get your medication, whether you
You
take
gotta
it or
take
not.
it. Just pick it
But
up.
fill the prescription.
Like you messing with their money.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I ain't take you.
So you
Yeah,
can have a
you
valid
go.
claim, but go pick it up.
When I broke my neck
Mm-hmm.
When you
How did you
your
break
arm,
your neck?
in a car accident.
Okay. You didn't
And-
do it on your own.
No.
Okay.
And whatever. They left me. I'm in the room. I'm out of it. And then I kept kind of like waking up, and I couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
Cause your neck was broke.
Well, they probably, yeah, maybe.
Right.
But I couldn't move, but I couldn't nothing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was the drugs, though. It
Okay.
was the drugs. And then I pass out again, and I wake up like, shit. Is anybody gonna come check on me? Like, I need to know something. And then I woke up again, and I had to pee.
Mm-hmm.
I got this strength to get up. But I had to find a bathroom because I didn't have a bathroom in the room that I was closed in. And this lady sees me.
Did you
opening
have
my
a brace
door.
on your neck?
Mm-mm. Not yet. And the lady yells at me like, "Ma'am, like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Y'all gotta go to the bathroom." And she's like, "You can't do that." And I mean, I was kind of in pain. And I was holding myself and I couldn't move fast. But whatever drugs they had me on, it was not right. And she was like, "Do you understand one wrong move you'll be paralyzed?" Like, no, I mean, listen, I gotta pee. Can you get somebody to help me?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever, there's some nurses, they come running, they gonna come help me. They're like, "This is how we want you to sit down." And I'm like, "Where's the bathroom?" Like, damn, how to sit, I gotta pee. And I sit down, I'm like, "Oh, you're doing great." Like, all right, Sarah.
Uh-huh.
And then I go back to the room. I lay down, I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" They're like, "You got your brain is bleeding, you can't leave." All that. I'm like, "Okay."
So your brain bleeds.
Yeah, it's hemorrhaging. Brain. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, whatever. Finally, man come in and he's giving me drugs. Before it was an IV, and apparently he was giving me something. I just can't remember that.
Right.
And I was like, wait. Like, what is this? And he was like, "It's pain and something."
Mhm.
And then he started telling me all this stuff. And I was like, "I don't know." He was like, "No, you gotta take it." Like, I was like, "Okay, so whatever. We're gonna prescribe you all that, for pain." And he started telling me all my symptoms and how I was broken up. I get home, they fill my prescriptions, they bring it to me. I'm already taking drugs.
You get home after you had
I broke neck.
a broke neck and bleeding on the brain. How
Not
long?
right then, but it was like the next day or two.
That's crazy.
And
It depends on what insurance
fractured.
you have
It was fractured.
and the color of choice.
I got a thing. Yeah, just take the ball.
So they let you go home like that.
Which is fine, because I was going to break out of there, because I'm like, what hospital?
She said, "I'm gonna break out of here."
Yeah, what hospital am I in? Because this is not my hospital.
Where did you go though?
And-
Where did you wind up?
What's your
Well,
hospital?
What hospital? That's what I'm saying.
What's your hospital?
Northside,
Mm-hmm.
or Emory, for something like that. My insurance will take care of that. Or you can take my ass to any Kaiser around here.
Okay. She said, but where you were wasn't it?
No, I mean, it even looked dirty. But whatever. My mother didn't even want to come get me. It seemed like he wasn't answering my phone calls or something, except my one friend. And then she was just like, "Why are you calling me?" I'm like, "Why are you whispering? Come get me." You know what I'm saying? She's like, "Well, you have lost a family. Are you breaking out?" I'm like, "You're fucking right. I gotta go to my car." You know what I'm saying? That was a
You lied. You lied.
that was a whole other thing. But
Right.
my point was, so I get home.
Mm-hmm.
And I am in a lot of pain, and I look at the drugs, and I Google all of them, and it was like a suicide bomb that I was putting together. So you should not be taking these medicines. Like, why would you give me all of this? Did you ask
And
anybody
together.
else what I might have been taking already? And then that's
They
when I
give
just
you medicine that a person would take that commit suicide.
with
All of them
all of them
together.
together. The meds that
Because you-
I'm on, and then the stuff that they were giving me doubled up.
To make you suicidal.
Right.
Right. Or I could possibly not even wake up. So when I seen that, I just went and got me some gummies and some ibuprofen and thugged it out. Sure did. And that's why all my doctors yell at me because I do everything
The way you want to do it.
Like, no, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Even with my cancer stuff.
Yeah, do it in your way. Roscoe, what's something you recognize different in your age with doctors, and is it exciting going to the doctors?
You got to not believe the doctors. You got to. That's what
the moral of the story was
right.
Believe the doctors because they're telling you the truth.
The truth's wrong.
Yeah, that you were wrong before when you were younger,
Right.
and now that you're older, those doctors are important.
It's funny dealing with the same company, Kaiser. And
That's
all
what I
these
said, y'all go
doctors
to the
don't
same
be on the
place.
same page. I had surgery on my foot. When they sent me to physical therapist, the doctor says, I think they did the wrong surgery on you. What the fuck you mean? Now my whole, from my knee down, is numb.
They should have just took a nerve out your pinky toe, sir. They should not have cut your whole foot open.
This is what the physical therapist is telling me.
Oh my God.
And now, when I found out about lymph nodes, you got lymph nodes all over your body. So I'm saying the knot in my foot, was it a lymph node?
They said no.
They said no, it's plantar fasciitis, and all that. But I'm thinking that it could have been
you the doctor. You self-diagnosed.
yeah, because between me and YouTube and whatnot, and they explained it to you well. So I'm like, these doctors,
They Google.
You
The
don't-
doctors Google.
you don't even see doctor no more. You see practitioner.
They always be practitioners.
No,
Yes,
I
they
remember
are
saying-
practitioners.
I remember a doctor coat used to be stitched in, embroidered in, doctor. Now it's a practitioner. There's a difference.
They always practicing.
There's a difference between a doctor, a practitioner, a physician assistant.
Yeah, between a
RN
physician
and an
assistant, a
LPN,
registered nurse, yes.
and a clerk.
But a medical doctor, they practicing, period. I'm not practicing on you.
They Googling too. They always Google.
Yeah.
Are they asking Siri? One of the 2. Hey Siri, what's wrong with his
He's
foot?
like, do you if I pull up something, it has something to do with Google and something. I'm like, why? I just want to use it for them to word things for me, right?
Right.
So you went to school
AI.
and you don't know how to fucking talk.
Right. When you go to school, that just means you know how to regurgitate what you
I
learned.
think doctors,
Remember.
Do
I
you?
think
Got how
doctors,
to write?
I think doctors learn how to do an incision, how to stick with a needle. But like a lot of the theory and knowledge, I think they have to get a book and look it up. Like a lawyer don't know all the laws.
Right.
I mean, it's the same way you can know all of
The
them.
Like-
surgeons don't be knowing the medical stuff.
Like for instance, I thought
They
school,
just athletes.
I
They
used
the
to think-
doctor
Doctor don't know how
I
to
used to
draw
think school
blood.
teacher was real smart. Till I picked up the teacher edition. They got all the answers. Hell, Daffy Duck could be a school teacher.
Absolutely. Just like Trump could be president. All you gotta do is know how to.
Let it go. It is what it is.
Right. He can be president. You don't have to meet the qualifications. You could just be. Be all that you can be in the army. That's why they can have substitute teachers now and all that, right? All you gotta do is be able to read, write, and arithmetic.
That's it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna say good night. Yay! We did it. We did it. In spite of all of us being slow motion tonight, not feeling our best, we showed up. We were present. Thank you, Goddess Survivor. Thank you, Roscoe. We'll be back next week. Thank you, Russ. We're gonna take our pictures. Good night, y'all. We'll be back next week, same place, same time. Good night. Woo woo. We didn't hear Thomas tonight. Thomas, you hear this? This is for you. We didn't hear you tonight.
Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candid Co-ed Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits.
It's picture time.
And
Turn
call me
it
at
off.
678-661-1819 with questions,
Bye,
comments, and
Brandon.
feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
But you cute. Wow. Yeah.
I love this.
It looked fun.
Yeah, I did a good job.
You did it?
Oh, the video, yeah, I was just excited. I was just not. I was.